We came to this world with nothing. We're going to depart from this world with nothing. In between these two, we want to be everything. We want to test out everything. We want to experience everything. We want to own everything. We want power. We want success. We want pleasure. And we run away from pain. We run away from all this misery. But where we end up is in between, in turmoil. We don't even know who we are. We have an identity crisis. Since you were born, you're given a name, and then with that name, you lived so far. And that name entailed your role in society, your family bonds, your religion, your social status, and many other things branched out from that. And that thing tried to survive till that. There will be life beyond that so that we can continue with all the things that we accumulated here. Even for that, the Pharaohs and Egyptians, they buried themselves with all their belongings, mummified themselves, imagining or believing the body and the belongings will follow them up. That wasn't enough. They also brought in all their servants with them, and sometimes even family members, so that they can continue living in the afterlife with them. Why are we so obsessed about this afterlife? And why are we so obsessed with accumulating things in this life? Why are we so interested in building an empire, being the most successful one? Did ambition, did God placed in us? Did the universe placed in us that we can be ambitious and then move forward and always looking for a new opportunity and bigger and better things all the time? What's wrong with what we have? What's wrong with not knowing ourselves? I think whole issue is stemming from we literally not understanding who we are, but keep identifying with things, objects, and labels and images. That identification gives me a character, gives me an image, gives me a form, everything. And I start owning them. When I say I'm talking about all of us. Whole humanity is doing that because this is how we program ourselves, how we limit ourselves. And we do that. Why? Because we want to control each other, because we want security. If I'm able to control you, if I'm able to control everyone, then I'll be secure. I will be the securest. I can ensure my pleasure, ongoing pleasure till I die, and maybe beyond that, like the Pharaohs did. Why don't I know who I am really? How can I know that? How can I live that? How can I experience that? My true nature. Don't I want to be boundless, limitless? Don't I want to be timeless? Don't I want to be in the present moment, comfortable, joyful? Don't I want to be... I do want all of those things, but on the contrary, I act opposite to that with everything that I know. Because this is so conditioned, our minds are super conditioned that we can't even break the cycles and get out of it. To break the cycle, what do? Do we even know that we want to change? Do we even feel that there needs to be a change, or do I need to accept the norms and follow that up and go that way? Do I have to accept what is society is telling me to do so? And with that acceptance, I need to act certain ways and achieve certain goals. We all do that, and we don't even question that there might be a way out of it. And when people question that in the history, they were banned, or they were labeled as mad guy or anarchist or whatever you name it, or people put them down. The people who think, the people who feel, the people who are looking at the world in different eyes, they were always outliers. However, we all know that there is some kind of a spark in each one of us, and we know that this is the fact and we need to move towards that. This life doesn't have a meaning otherwise. This life is not about a discovery. I thought for years it's a discovery. Go and discover some place, go and discover some culture, go and discover and figure out something new and find a mystery out there. It wasn't the case at all, because there's no end to it as well. Similar to when we look at the universe with our telescopes, most sophisticated ones, advanced ones, we will find another further distant galaxy. When we look at with our strongest microscopes, deep down into the little organisms, to atoms, to quarks, to strings and everything, there's no end to that as well. We will always find something else, because there is no end to this creative process. But when it comes to us, We do not understand who we are. We do not see that universe is a mere reflection of us. Human being comes first and the universe comes later. Everything we see outside is a mere reflection of us. How? Your brain is endless capacity. Your brain has got endless capacity. It is the most sophisticated instrument in the universe. There is nothing that could compare to it. And you brought your understanding when you were born. You had nothing but the capability to understand. Do you think that AI can do it? Do we believe that AI will be able to have an understanding, a feeling of the universe? Heartfelt understanding, heartfelt living of the universe? I don't think so. People might say, oh, let's see and wait and etc. No, there is an intelligence that is beyond the material realm. And whatever we think, whatever we have the knowledge for, we put that out there, we store it somewhere, and through that knowledge, we built the AI. AI is processing that information, maybe far more complex than we do, far more faster than we do. It's so rapid, and it's connecting all the information for us, but it doesn't have the understanding underneath. That understanding is the true life. That is the true me. That true me, true I, is the deeper I, which is not your self-made little tiny I, which we call self, myself, and then lock it down in a box and then live that way and try to protect that image all the time. It's imageless, it's boundless, it's pure perception. That is the intelligence that makes the bird fly, land on a tree, and the tree look at itself through bird's eyes. Yes, a tree looks at itself through bird's eyes. It's a far deeper and better vision than a human being looking at a tree, because we always name the tree, we always label the tree. We always have our past experiences and the memory when we look at the tree. We are not really seeing the tree. But a bird lands on a tree, sees the tree. This is where it gets complicated and beautiful, because we have certain responsibility as human beings, because we have certain capability. There's something inherent in us that universe can know itself through us. So if a man, if a woman will be able to look at a tree and see the tree for what it is, without any judgments, without any labeling system, then universe is seeing itself. That is the ultimate beauty. That is the ultimate life in action. Peace out.